No one's here yet, Miss Vega.
Sorry I didn't get back in contact with you. I was in the emergency room. Did you needed something yesterday?
I don't even remember. I gotta check my notes.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly. Oh, I just thought about it. Did you have any success with getting your bookmark links? That's what it was.
I'm on my Mac, so I just changed everything over to switched everything over to my Mac. So yeah. So
You was able to get them to come over, or you couldn't do
yeah, yeah, I was able to get into my Google Drive for my Mac.
it? Okay.
You know, I have my Aspen and my attendance and the com log and SB. I got everything that I needed.
Okay. Okay. And that's what it was.
So I'm not gonna even use the other computer. I'll just wait until we get into the building and then, when we
Well, yeah, he sent the email. We're gonna find out about it.
yeah.
All right. Okay, it's a weekend, so they taking their time coming in class. Hey, Jill. It's about 3 more minutes. You'll get started. You just made it. You mark you present. You want to get into your future goals science, so we can work on what was that game 6, sir? So you're Stucky. All right. Okay. We got Mr. McDaniel. Okay, they piling in slowly. All right. So 2 more minutes, we'll get started. Mr. McDaniel, you're here. Your camera's off, so I'm gonna be checking on you often. It's part of the policy, especially if the camera's off. It's hard to know if you're here or not. Does your microphone work?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Today is the 22nd. Another email. All right. Let me grab that link information for you, so you can get into class. Was it 1 minute? Okay. I'll do it afterwards. Is this gonna mess up? No, I can do it from here though. Can I get back in? Dude, class is over with. Okay, here we go. Just start getting this ready. All right, and it started now. I got attendance save, I think. Okay, so it's just YouTube. We're gonna go through the norms, objective, just all the announcement we normally need. Rule of thumb: You definitely want to be logged into SB so you can get the registration link in case you don't have it. And you're able to go to the site for EverFi, and the software we've been using, and you're going to be using what is called Future Goals Science. So let's jump into it. All right, Jalen, can you do all the norms for us?
The five basic norms: don't have to work another person. Education, clever, say we behave in a way that is credit ourselves, our school, our family. Self-care, self through those effort, integrity. We take part of self-care, self-worth. We expect to depend on others. We expect to coach a classroom. We have to participate. If politicians that says a person, I teach you better. Here to focus on parents, support, so you never forget.
Okay, pretty good. You kind of sped through that last one. I can barely hear what you're saying. But yeah, post secondary endeavors. GGI and Townhouse is every day. I'm not sure why you guys are not there, trying to participate and getting all these points, but they're actually available. So with that said, I give anywhere from 5 to 10 points when we're doing our, when the students are participating in GGI Townhouse. They have resources. I know it's gonna be hot all this week, but they gave out coats for a while, and that's I'm surprised a lot of people take advantage of it. And they're new coats. So the kits, if you want to talk to staff about when it comes to the school, what's going on, or just to come and learn some things, because some of the topics are very, not some, almost all the topics are very powerful topics. So try to go. Last I checked when we was in the building, it was mandatory for everybody. So I'm not sure why everyone's not there. Um, any teacher can give you the link. The other thing is, like I talked about the Raspberry Pi kits. We're going to be using that after we come off of spring break. So if you know you don't have your kit any this week, and you go on the spring break because I think we're not going to be in the building, right? Then that's going to be your problem because after we come back with spring break, we're going to be jumping into these kits again. Now, I did the EverFi software to give everybody a little bit of a break on how the work is, and everybody saying it's tough. So with Mr. Tillery and Mr. Banky, they gave us the software, and it's pretty cool. So take advantage of it. They're double credit assignments. Let's see here, Mr. McDaniel. Can you read what's on the screen there? I gotta have Miss Lane update this slide because I don't think they're doing Wednesdays and Thursdays. It's just one day.
Every Wednesday or Thursday, learn to code from the convenience of your home and get extra credit for some of your classes. The pandemic effect on the coding job market. Why learn to code? The surprisingly bored benefits of coding.
All
You
right,
want me to
pretty
keep?
good.
Oh,
No, keep going, keep going.
oh,
Interesting.
interested. Join by clicking the link F4. Let's code.
Awesome. Okay. So usually you would take this link, and I'll put in the chat what it is, but you take the link and you use the little 4 p.m., it's purple 4 p.m., and it'll take you straight to the meeting room where Miss Lane has it. I participate as much as I can, but it's only to support her because it's her program. But guys and gals are welcome. So, and if you do assignments with her, they count as a quiz score towards previous assignments. So you really should participate with this. Let's come to the next one. Look like my slide froze. All right. Yeah, because my screen froze over here. There it goes. Jalen, can you take care? Like, oh, God bless you. Okay. You all right? Oh, all right. Okay. Can you read the screen here?
Daily tasks: students be able to complete the evaluation as Hello All Spring STEM students work class. Inside the SD, you can access all pre-recorded video,
Video.
videos of each class. These videos are normally ready reviewed by 4 p.m. daily.
Very good. Here we are. We're going to come to our physics slide for our classroom and what we have to, be mindful of as we go through class. So just give me a second, let the screen transition because this computer's getting old. I mean, I'm gonna be glad when we get back in the building. I'm gonna swap it out for one. Let's see here, Mr. McDaniel. For 20 points, can you read the classroom term of the day, word of the day, and the objective, starting with students will be able to.
You said start on where?
So you can start with the objective first.
Today's objective, utilize and
Start with the SWBAT. Students will be
uh,
able to.
students will be able to
There you
utilize
go.
and ever
Phi.
Everify Future Goals software to be able to analyze Game 6, the goalie pads of Hockey Scholar.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, welcome classroom. Term of the day is conversation of energy. Word of the day is president. I mean, I'm not going to try to pronounce that word.
Precedent. Try it out.
Precedent.
All right. And the other word was conservation, like conservation of energy. Okay. So look, let's go
I say
through.
conversation. Anyway.
You said yeah, you said conversation, conservation, sir. Break the word down a little more. So where am I at? Come out of this, and that's 20 points for him. I'm gonna put in the chat something you need. I think I did already. I just gotta put the rest of it. McDaniel, you have not registered for this site, so you need to go ahead. You see the link in the chat? I want you to click on that now, so you can get the register to come into this software, so you can start getting some points for your scores in NSB. So do you see the link there?
Yes. Is there any way you can send it to my email?
Ugh. I can try after class. It's gonna be tough to do right now. But
Okay,
does it
hold on. I
work
think I
from the
got a
chat?
way.
Hmm?
Yeah, but I don't want to. I'm gonna do it on my other phone. Hold on.
Oh, okay. All right. So here's where we at. We're on future goal science, right? And you're gonna have to probably, once you get started, McDaniel, go through the survey part. And there's David. Okay, give me a second. Do attendance. Hello, Mr. Concepcion. Missed you earlier today. What happened to you? I don't know. And your brother, y'all both was not there, but you made it. All right. Oh, he left. Okay. Oh, okay. No, you're back. Okay. I don't know what's going on with that. You must have switched devices or something. Um, so look, everybody needs to be, like I said, in future goals science. And I'm going to go through the scores real quick as to how we did or how you all did. Now, there are 6 games total. And if I were you, I would start what was it? The NHL or Blackhawks 2-minute movie, because it starts off with that every time you access software. I would start that now. Get that out the way, because you can't even get to the game section, and you can't skip the video either until you go through that 2-minute video. So go ahead and start that up before you get confused about what to do with that. Reports, and come here and just give a refresher as to what we have to still complete, right? So like I said, it's a lot of red scores here. You got prepare the surface, right? Face off, strength, endurance, the stick, the goalie pads. All right. So today we're working on goalie pads, the goalie pads. That's game 6. If you have red scores like Mr. Sanders here, 50, 30, you still can go back in and redo those assessments. But the thing is, today we're only really focusing on answering questions, and these are in-class points, so you can at least do or understand what to do once you're in goalie pads. We did since last Tuesday, all these other ones, so I can't really go back in time and reteach. But to save you some time on what we did, they're all modules you can do where you don't really need my help, but you can watch the video and see how we tried to answer some of the beginning questions. Okay. So let's jump into it. Again,
Question.
Go ahead.
Before you do that, can you put it back in the chat right quick?
Sure. 1 second. Copy. Put that there. And it should be there for you. Make sure that link is right. I think the link is right, yeah. This is computer science. I want to do physics. This information is also in EDSB in case you lose your place with the chat. Some students be like, I'm on the phone, so I can't see it no more because they switch screens or whatever. That's why I highly advocate for you being on a computer. I know we're in the age of phones, but the phones are just limited. But anyway, if you must, you click on the link, and I think here you'll see today's assignment. Now, there's nothing to turn in for that, but the link information is right here. It's always right here. Try to make sure it's at the top of your list. And then after that, you'll see right after I post that, I try to put the GGI link so you can get to GGI. Now, let's come over here to, where was it? We was going to the software itself, courses. And again, you got to start that 2-minute video. I'm going to start it with you guys so you can see what you got to go through. Maybe, especially if you first time, but again, we're in a module called Future Goals Science. If you're not in this coursework, it's going to be hard for you to follow along with the questions I'm going to ask after the video in Game 6. So let me just switch screens real quick and start the video feed. All right, let's see if this will cooperate today. See if Google's in a good mood or not. Let me start this first. Okay. All right, who's texting me? Lord, okay.
Hi, students. My name is Jamal Maris. I'm a 2013 Santa
liaison for the Chicago Blackhawks. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about the team. The Blackhawks joined the league in 1926 and have since won 6 Stanley Cup championships, including 3 the past 6 seasons. The Blackhawks work hard toward accomplishing their one goal. From eating healthy to putting extra time at the gym, the players' commitment and discipline helps them achieve their goal. Let me introduce you to a few of our star players. Jonathan Toews is the captain and leads the team by giving 100% each and every day. Marian Hossa is one of the best two-way players in the NHL, which means he plays a strong offensive and defensive game. Duncan Keith is one of the hardest workers off the ice, and it shows as he leads the team in minutes almost every night. Brent Seabrook is a big, powerful defenseman who always seems to come through in clutch situations. When the Blackhawks aren't on the road, they like to be involved in the community and teach kids like you more about the game they love. The Blackhawks Get Out and Learn program, or GOAL, introduces hockey to elementary schools by providing equipment and clinics during PE class. The NHL at NHLPA's Hockey Scholar program brings hockey to the classroom with computer games focused on science, technology, engineering, and math skills. We're excited for you to get started. You are now part of the Blackhawks team. Get ready to tackle the next 4 games with Toews and Keith as we begin Hockey Scholar.
Okay, so that is that video I was telling you about.
Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm the head coach, and my name is David Romero.
I forgot he talks. So once you're in there, you'll notice that there is a mini tutorial. If you've never done it before, you want to go through the tutorial. And like I said, if you're just starting this for today, like you just registered, you're going to have a survey that pops up. You have to complete the survey. I think there's a field guide, which just gets an idea of what you like to do, depending upon the software. And then you jump right into, like I said, future goals science. Now you'll see 2 sections. You'll see future goals math. That's next week. Not next week, next week, because we're going spring break. I think the 26th, right? So when we come back in April sometime, you're going to be finishing up with that software. But we're going to be almost out of the quarter because, I think the end of the quarter is like around April something. I think April 14th. I can't remember. Or is that SAT date? I'm not sure. But the quarter 3 is almost done, is the point. So if you want, I'm going to skip the tutorial, but if you want to go through it, you can, in case you don't understand how the system works or whatever the case may be. So you'll see here around here, like you have games in the middle. You have trophies over here, things you can like earn, like mini games. We'll talk about that later. It's extra credit over spring break. But then you also got the avatar you can edit as you go through it. So you can make your own character, so on and so forth. They made it very game-like. Play your rosters, but we're focusing on the games, and these games are not just like fun time. They're actually simulations based upon physics experiments around how the ice of the hockey system is, like how it's surface and how the puck slides across it with friction or sometimes frictionless. Just depends. So I'm gonna click on the middle part. Like I said, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games that we have to complete. Now, we've been working on this since last Tuesday, again, with Prepare to Surface all the way up to now. So if you haven't finished any of those modules, you need to start finishing them up. And what I mean by finishing them up, I'm talking about, have a score that's in the green. And a score is in the green, which means you went through the module, you answered the question correctly, is 70% and up. All right. If your score is still red after we would do our share outs, you're going to have to go back into that module or that game and redo it till you get it right. Okay. So let's get started with this. I'm going to start here.
Look at this player's protective padding compared to a goaltender's. Pretty different, huh? For most players, most of the padding is worn under the uniform and cannot be seen. But as you can clearly see, the goalie's protective equipment is much bigger and is worn both inside and outside his uniform. The goalie's job is to stop the shots the players take. These shots can be as fast as 160 kilometers per hour or 100 miles per hour. It's no wonder they need so much special protective gear. To prepare for today's game, you will be helping to design the goalie's leg pads. You're going to adjust the materials and shape of the leg pads and measure how these changes affect the goalie's movement, protection, or coverage of the net.
Okay, so this is the first section of questions. We're going to tag team it. I'm going to go around the room, ask each student to read a question. It's 5 of them. Now, if you read the question and answer it, it's worth 10 points, right? But don't be concerned with what the right answer is. I do want you to pay attention to these questions because they're going to come up again being explained as we go through the module. And we're not going to go through the whole thing because that's going to be your part. I'm just taking you through what you need to do so get you started. And then, the rest is on you to do it within at least 10 to 20 minutes if we have time. So let me begin here with, let's see, I haven't heard from David. Is your microphone on? Are you with us? Are you in the system, like far as EverFi? Mr. Concepcion, are you there? All right, I think he stepped away. Jalen, can you read what's on the screen there and all the answers? Make sure you read all the answers, then choose an answer. Because I know you're going to just tell me the answer. No, read them all first, family.
Scientists only change one variable at a time. It is simpler to record the measurements. It requires less equipment. It helps them specify effect.
Specific.
It helps to measure
accurately. Okay. And which one do you choose?
The first one.
Okay. So it is simpler to record their measurements. What about you, William? And people get 5 points for participating. That means contributing to what they think the answer is. What's your guess? Oh, there he is.
I want to say that it helps them test the specific effect of the variable.
Okay. David, what do you think? Are you with us or did you step away? Looks like he disappeared. All right. So it goes with the first one just because, but keep in mind what you think, keep in mind what you thought your answer was. Everybody got points for that one except for Dave. I gotta write his name down. Next question, William, can you read it and read all the answers, then select your answer?
Does it say criteria?
Yeah.
Criteria are requirements that are used to make decisions, conclusions drawn after testing. What does that say? Data. And data that is collected during testing and used to explain observations.
Very good. Okay, and what do you think the answer is?
I'm going to go with conclusions drawn after testing.
So that's the second one. And Jalen, what about you? Fourth one? Is that what you said? Jalen, you said what?
The fourth one.
Okay, yeah, I could barely hear you. Okay, so you guys are split, all right? We're gonna go with what Mr. McDaniel said because he read it. Next is we got 2 more questions to go. Mr. Concepcion, I'm gonna have to follow up with you later if you can't respond, man. Are you there? I need you to read a question. Can't be in class. There you go. Okay. Can you read what's on the screen, all the answers, and then choose one?
During an experiment, an independent variable is a variable that stay the same, is measured, is observed, is changed.
And what do you think the answer is? Start thinking about your answers too, gentlemen, because I'm about to come to you next. Dave, which answer do you think it is? All right. Okay, let me come to Jalen. He just didn't choose.
I'm gonna read it.
No, which answer? What was you doing? Which answer do you think it is? You said what?
The first one.
Oh, the first one. All right, William. What about you?
The fourth one.
The fourth. Wow. Okay, y'all. Everybody got different answers. Okay, so we're gonna go with the first one. All right. Question 4. We got 2 more to go before we get started on our 10 minutes independent practice on this. So I'm gonna come to, let's see, Mr. McDaniel. Can you read this one? And Jalen, you'll get the last one. Make sure you read all the answers too, and then choose.
Oh, hold on. Okay. The set of goalie pads has a low movement rating. What would you adjust to improve its movement rating? Change the shape to round. This is hard to read. Change the shell material to synthetic leather. Change the padding material to soft foam. Answers are correct. I want to say change. I'm gonna say the fourth one.
The fourth one. All answers are correct.
No, wait, never mind. Change the padding to material to soft foam.
That's the third one. Okay. Jalen, what about you, man?
The first one.
Okay. David, what do you choose? Which one do you think could be?
Third.
The third one? Okay, so you with McDaniel. All right, so we're gonna go to the third one. Notice they're talking about these pads and how they're set up. You have the square shape, authentic leather, and hard foam, right? So you're talking about changing some part of the padded part. Oh, all right. So last question, I think it was Jalen. You have this one. You got to read all the answers, then select your answer with the question.
During the experiment, a control variable stays the same, increases over time, is reset to 0 at specific point, is changed at specific points.
Okay, so what do you think it is?
First one.
First one? Okay. William?
Yeah.
What do you think it is, Mr. McDaniel?
A control variable. I'm gonna go with the first one too.
Oh, the first one as well. Okay, David, how about you?
The last one.
The last one is changed at specific points. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going, like, I'm not saying it's the wrong answers or anything. This is a pre-assessment. So when you guys go through this, you're gonna have to go back and fix your pre-assessment after you figure out what the answer should be. But then you can't figure it out unless you go through the whole module. And click on this. Okay, next.
Great job! All players have different criteria or requirements for leg pads, depending on their goaltending style. You'll be optimizing the leg pads design based on your goalie's preferences. Optimization is what we call the process of finding the ideal design for something. Often, to optimize something, you might have to make some trade-offs in the design. Today, you will be optimizing for 3 specific components of the pads: shell, shape, and padding. You should end up with the best pads for your goalie's specific criteria.
Every goalie has a unique style for defending the net. A goalie style will dictate what types of leg pads he or she prefers. In today's design task, you will be working with goalies that use a butterfly style when playing goal. The butterfly style is named after the position the goalie takes when stopping a shot. He collapses his knees to have both leg pads flat on the ice. This position blocks as much of the lower net as possible from the shooter. Today, you will be using the goalie's specific preferences, also called criteria, to design leg pads that best fit their defending style. To do that, you'll need to know about the different parts of the leg pads. The outer layer of the pads is called the shell. Behind the shell, there is padding to protect the goalie from the impact of pucks. There is extra padding around the knee to protect the goalie's knees when they move into butterfly position. The thigh rise covers the area of the leg above the knee. These components, the shell, the shape, and the padding, will be our 3 variables, but you won't be changing them all at once. In each design, you will be changing one variable at a time and keep everything else the same. The variable that is changed is called the independent variable. The variables that are kept the same or constant are called controlled variables. Scientists always change just one independent variable at a time, so they can see the effect of that variable on the results. For example, a scientist might test out different shapes but keep the padding and shell materials the same. Since the padding and shell are kept the same, they are the controlled variables. The result, what you are measuring, is called the dependent variable. In these design tasks, you will have 3 dependent variables. You will be measuring how the leg pads perform in their movement, protection, and coverage of the net. Okay, time to get started. We will start by adjusting just the shell material and keep the padding and shape the same for now.
Okay, can I get David? Can you read what's on the screen there? See, it says instructions.
To get started, let's experiment with different shell material. The shell is independent variable in this design task. Test out the pads with both leather and
Synthetic.
synthetic shells to see how they do.
Okay, thank you. That was 10 points. All right, so these are the list of shells, right? You got leather. We have synthetic, which is like kind of like some type of, I want to say, in the lab created material. It's not original, but it's made of certain things that chemical engineers or chemical scientists think are effective when it comes down to temperature, the ice, and many other variables when you're doing ice hockey. So let's take a look at this. They say, hey, select different shell materials here. So we're going to select this one. And it says, when you're ready to test, press this button to shoot a test puck at the leg pads. You need to test each material at least once. So this is called stress testing, like they do with cars or anything else when you make materials. So you hit the shoot button here. Let's go next. And then they tell you here, there are some values you're going to be paying attention to. So we got movement, protection, coverage, And then it also says here the test results. Every time we go through testing one of these materials, will show you its effectiveness, whether it's movement protection or its coverage, how far it'll allow the puck to go. So these three different ratings are the dependent variables. The pads results will be rated from 1 through 10, right? So there's a range. So you want to look at that range to see how effective it is when you're selecting these things. All right, now I'm gonna go to next. Let's see here. Jalen, can you read what's on the screen there when it says each puck?
Okay. Each puck test will be given 3 ratings: moving, how well the goalie had moved, ran past, protection, how well the pad protect the goalie from the puck, and coverage, how well the goalie can cover the net.
Very good. All right, so if you're with me, you can be trying to get some of this stuff done. If you're logged into your Future Goal Science, and again, we're on, I think it's called Game 4, but it's like 6 games altogether. But the actual games are where you're making the hockey player do certain things. But this is about setting up their equipment, the pads at least, to be protected when they're stopping the shot from getting into the goal. All right, now, next, and then it says test out the different shell materials. For the goalie pads, good luck. Now, if you're in here with me, you can be testing it out so you can see how this system works. So it's not hard on you to turn in by 8 p.m. tonight. So first thing is, I'm gonna hit shoot. I already selected leather, so shoot. And you see he stops the pad stops the puck with his knees, like they said in the video. So let's shoot it again. By the way, the first test sample says for movement is 3, protection 6, and then 7 for coverage. Right, we're gonna shoot it again so you can see it's the same values. Right. Next is synthetic. So we're just going through and testing certain materials, the shell at least. So next we got the shape and padding. So let's shoot it and see. Our first value is 3, 6, and 7. Right, write that down. That's what I'm real good at, writing stuff down. And we're gonna shoot the puck again. So now let's see how we fared. It's a little bit better because it says 6 for movement, 6 for protection, and 7 for coverage this time, which means it's a little more protection there, right? Because if I look at our range, that's from 1 to 10 on how well, this material works. Okay, so just go through and test that out so you understand it.
Using your results, describe the effect of different shells by completing these sentences.
All right, McDaniel, you're up next. Welcome to class. Tatum, I saw you there for like 5 minutes, and I had you read something in a moment. Can you read my explanation there?
My explanation?
Go, let him go, McDaniel. Go ahead, Khalid.
Leg pads with a leather shell had protection rating as the pads with synthetic. I think that's what it says, synthetic or synthetic.
Synthetic, you got it.
Leather shell, synthetic leg pads had a better rating.
Okay, thank you. That's 10 points for him. Now, McDaniel, I want you to tell me which one of these, William, which one of these do you think are the answers, right? So if we click on this, if you're doing it with me, it's easier. For the first one he read, you got selections. You got higher, lower, the same, and not enough information. So for that first part, William, what do you think the answer is? Now you got to look at that graph to determine what the right answer is. That graph to the left, if you see it.
Okay, so select path with leather shells had.
Right, and you got to choose which one it is. Which one you think the answer is?
Synthetic.
No, you got it. Okay, so when you're looking at the selections, it's saying what about the leg pads with the leather shell, blank protection? What type of protection?
Where are the options at?
They're right. Okay, so if you see this box, if you click on the box, you got a higher, a lower, the same, and not enough information. What do you think it is?
Lower.
A lower. So it's lower than what? The synthetic? Let's look at our graph. So if you look at its protection, we're here, right? And you said
Mm-hmm.
lower.
They're the same.
Oh, yeah. Okay, be careful. Because y'all have to do this too. Okay. So can you read that right there, what they're saying about it?
Both leather and synthetic both leather and synthetic leather provide good protection. In fact, when leg pads were first used in hockey, goalies used leather leg pads.
Very good. All right. He got his 10 points. All right. Coming to Jalen. I want you to answer this one. It says synthetic leg. This is what Khalid read earlier. So synthetic leather leg pads had a better what rating? And the options are movement, protection, coverage, and
Keep
all
doing it,
above.
huh? Okay.
Huh?
Movement.
Movement? Now, why did you say movement? I just want to see what you're thinking. How did you know the answer?
No, never mind.
All right.
I just looked at the chart.
All right.
It got to be coverage.
Coverage?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about the same.
Okay. Ooh, can you read that?
I'm not quite. Looks like the protection and coverage ratings are the same for both sheds, but what about the movement rating? Oh, I guess I was right. Wow.
Well, you was not right, but so what's the correct answer then?
Movement.
Okay. So you second guessed yourself, huh? All right, read that.
Synthetic leather is better for movement because it's lighter. It also causes less breaks and quicker and more durable. It can also be dried or colored to match the team's colors.
Very good. All right. So I'm gonna put this in here. I think Khalid, you got registered last week, so you should be in the system. We're in a game, that last game. So let's move on.
I
Okay, I'm waiting for it to load, guys. That's all. Khalid, I didn't tell him to leave. Oh Lord. All right. What's wrong here? All right, so we're at the point anyway where I gotta give you a little time to work on it. So what I want to do is I want to definitely start looking at the scores. We're gonna review the objective, give you 10 minutes to work on this, and then we're gonna get ready for GGI and such. But you need to, for this 10 minutes I'm giving you, to be at least able to show me that you started it and you got a few points at least towards the game. So let me come over. It looks like this is frozen. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, so this is the next task. That's what I thought. I wanted to be sure. Let's see here. David, can you read that? And then I'm going to set the timer. That's for 10 points.
Instruction. The next design task is independent variable shape of paths. Let's look how the shape of the thigh rate affect the independent variable, the goalie pass rate. Test out both squared and round paths.
All right, thank you. So we should be at least this far with me. You get a few points for it. We did the shell. Now we're on the shape, and then there's the coverage, right? These are dependent variables we're changing. And the independent variables are the aspects of it, like movement, protection, and coverage. This is a great reminder of how independent and dependent variables work in terms of scientific method, in terms of just math, in terms of a lot of different subjects. All right, so go through. You need 10 minutes to work on it, and then we're going to do a recap or look at where you are as far as your scores. So let's pull up the actual objective. Just waiting for it to load. We got a lot of tabs open. I gotta slow this down. I'm gonna do this, and let's see here. William, can you read the objective on the screen when it shows? Should show in a moment. That bad boy is taking his sweet time. Aha.
Let me see. Students will be able to utilize an EverFi Future Goals software to be able to analyze Game 6, the goalie pass of Hockey Scholar. Classroom term of the day is conservation of energy. Word of the day is I'm not pronouncing that again.
Precedent. Precedent. You got to break it up. Okay, so 10 minutes, work on it. That should bring us close to GGI time. And we're going to review the objective one more time. This was 20 points for Mr. McDaniel, but somebody else will be able to read it after the 10 minutes is up. Let me bring up the timer. You should be going through that game and trying to get some more points added to your score for today. You have until 8 p.m. tonight to finish everything with at least 80%, I want to say. If your score is not green in the system, and what I mean by green, you come over here to the scores again. See, so if we're here, yeah, I'm logged in. Okay, so I'm gonna come to reports. Just do a quick data analysis for you all, a data talk or something. Science. And yeah, so if you got red scores in here, it means you gotta go back and do it. Like I gotta get in touch with Alonde, I gotta get in touch with Sanders, David. You have not started on any of them. I need you to get started on that. Khalid, you just got into the system, so if you can go through them, the games. And William, you're in the system. I see you there. So definitely go through each of them and try to focus on today the goalie pads. That's the very last game in the deck. So everybody can see where you are. Okay, so I think everybody can see what they've been doing and not doing. Please try to make some progress on the goalie pads.
I have a question.
And I might have an answer. What's your question?
Okay, so when you first get into the thing with the game thingies, the future goals, am I supposed to click on the TV to get to the games? Are those the games I'm supposed to be doing?
You see the section in the middle that says games? Did you get past the video?
Yeah.
Right. So the middle section, right next to the guy, the one in the middle should say games, right?
No, I see some like a TV behind him with games on it.
A TV behind who? The guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's in the middle wall, right?
Yeah.
Right. So click on that. Did it take you to games or no?
Okay, yeah, I did.
Okay, and do you see goalie pads at the end?
Golden beds.
It's the very last game.
No, I see uncover the ice, paint the ice, the pass, the shot, speed, and the skate blades.
Oh, you went to a different section. You gotta go back. That's not the right section. Okay, so
Okay,
are you in future goals science or math?
I believe I pushed math.
Yeah, that's why. It's all next week, dude. Well, it's the rest of this week.
Let's see. So how do I change that?
Okay, so you got to go back to your Everfi software. Not Everfi. So you go back to your account and look for future goal science. Share your screen real quick. I could probably help you through it. Let me turn it on though.
So I'm not on this phone doing it. I'm on my other phone.
Oh, okay. So I can't see your screen.
I can turn the camera.
Yeah, turn the camera to what so I can at least see what you're doing and help you out. Okay,
Let me
now
turn this around.
you got ship it. There you go. Yeah. All right. So come over some. Okay. There you go. See that arrow, that little house in the corner there? It's like
Mm,
the upper left hand corner of the screen. Can you click on that?
this
Yeah. What does that do?
this is embarrassing. Hold on.
Okay. And what does it say there? It's hard to see.
It says games, trophies, trend center, player roster, and edit avatar.
No. All right. All right. So you hit the back button if you can. See, you can go backwards. You know how to go back a screen? Should be an
Let me
arrow
see
that
if
lets
I
you
hold
go
on.
back.
Okay, I think it's this. This?
Yes, right. Now go to future goals science. And then do the
Okay, I
same
see it on
process. Yeah, we're not starting on math until Wednesday. Yeah, yeah.
I have to go back through these surveys.
Yep, because it's two different things. So do the survey, and then try to get started on some of those games.
All right.
All right. All right. All right. So let's see who gets the points. I think William read it last time. So Jalen, you read the objective for the last time. We're gonna talk about how much work we did.
Today's justice, you know the M5 physical software to be able to analyze Game 6 the goalie pass of Hockey Scholar. Come turn the conversion energy where it is perceived.
Awesome. Precedent, sir. All right. So let's go to, where is this at? Let me put this in the chat for you all. Probably gonna have William read it all in a moment. Again, you definitely want to be mindful that this assignment is due by 8. Now we've been working on, if I scroll through, especially in our legend, we have games 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is all future goals science. And then, like I said, we're going to be moving into future goals math next, which is the last part of the hockey thing. So this is just the science aspects. But physicists have to know science and mathematics. So Wednesday, be expecting, if not Wednesday, I think tomorrow, because it's the last module. So it's actually tomorrow. I'm thinking about other classes. We'll be doing future goals math next. All right, so let's see here. We put the information for GGI in the chat because we're about out of time. Where is it at? And I'm gonna have William read it. I gotta find it though. Here we go. And this will be pretty much it for today. Again, try to go to GGI so you can get some points. I hand out points to students for participating in those topics. And I actually check on, staff like, hey, did such and such participate or not? Also, if you are a senior, I am doing SAT prep. You have to talk to Mr. Funes. He is to make sure you're going to be set up to take the test in April, if you're a senior especially, and that you're ready, because we have software I'm using to help students basically get practice on the SAT test, so you're not going to the test all scared and whatnot. Like, oh Lord, it's better to practice it. So when you see the test, it's not a shock. You kind of got some mental stress tested out, and now you got some mental resolve. All right, so William, at 11:07 a.m., you see that? Put something in the chat there. Can you read that? Says Stonehouse.
Whereas at Sunhouse and GGI is mandatory for all students' life skill class. Also, there are tons of awesome opportunities that students can take advantage of. Log in today and gain some extra credit for participating. And Let's Code is later. Let's Code is later on today. And then that's the link. That's it?
Yeah, Zen, that's it. So look, click on that very last link before Zen, and that's the GGI link. It's 11:09. We in class 11:10. You guys should head on over to GGI. Someone should be there and participate. It's 5 to 10 points you get towards your assignment just for participating in GGI, and it is really mandatory. So a lot of people that are going are hurting, their graduation stuff, because I think that affects whether or not you've had enough life skill classes. Okay, so I will be in touch with you all, and I hope you have gotten something completed in that game for Future Goal Science. See you all over at GGI. You're free to leave. Head over to GGI. Okay, they left. Let's shut this thing down.